Okay. Okay, we got something here. This guy looks huge. I've never seen one before, though, so I don't know. It might not be enormous. It might just be a giant Pokemon by default. We'll see. We're going to get him here. We're going to get him. He's resisting a little bit, but, you know, we're used to that by now. Never mind, we got him. Nice, nice. Okay, so what do you think, guys? You think he's an enormous one? I kind of think he's just big by default, is my guess, but we'll see here. So, let's toss him out. Yeah, that thing is huge. Okay. Oh, it comes with the Solarizer. Okay, so this guy's a bit weird. I think you use this to merge him together with Cosmog, if I understand that right. Okay, what's that big guy? Oh, that's sweet. First one. Enormous. Prism armor reduces the power of super effective attacks taken. So the way this works, when you catch them, they'll either have N Solarizer or N Lunalizer, I believe. Lunalizer lets you merge them together with Lunala, and the Solarizer one lets it merge with this guy apparently. So gotta have them both in our party. I don't know if they both need to be out here, but then I think you just right click on them. Oh, that was cool. I wonder if we can go back, though. I hope we can. Because I kind of wanted to use this guy, well... What was he before? Was he, He's a Psychic Steel type now. Okay. And he's enormous now. Oh. Okay. Interesting. If we click again, then they split up. Okay, great. Great. So we can pick and choose if we want to put them together or not. And by default, this guy is also Psychic Steel type, so I don't really know what that does. Must just make him stronger. Oh, and there's a Mimikyu right there. That's awesome. Alright, so this Mimikyu, as much as we love Mimikyu, we're going to kill this one, because there's a chance he will drop Snuggle Forever. It's a 1 in 20 chance of getting his crystal here. Let's see if we get it. Nope, didn't get it. Aha, so with that, guys, you might be wondering, Etho, how many enormous legendaries do you actually have at this point? How close are you to catching them all? Because if you're like me, that's all you care about. That's what you dream about. That's what you live for. Getting those enormous legendaries is the impossible task on the server here. I'll give you guys an update on that today. We'll try to get a bit more organized with our Pokedex today, hopefully. So I checked online today in Gen 7. There is, I think, 49 legendaries total. 49 different ones. And we have 13 out of those 49 that are enormous, which is probably doesn't seem like a lot, but that is actually pretty good, I think. That is awesome. I'm happy with the progress we've got so far. So again, these are a 1 in 20 chance of getting enormous when you get a legendary. And legendaries are quite rare. Like, if you were to play all day on the server here, you might get 5 legendaries. So you'd have to play like all day for 4 days on average to get a legendary. That's enormous, probably. And like if you do get an enormous one, you gotta hope it's not a duplicate of one you have already. And some of them are rarer than others. So I started up a wall here so we can keep track of our collection and look at it easily in the future. Although I guess looking in the PC is not that hard. But I kind of want to put these in our Pokedex in the numbers, like where they belong, instead of keeping them all on one page here. Yeah, so for a lot of these guys, we caught them together in a video. But some of them I did get off camera, like when I wasn't recording, and a few of them I either bought or got off of other people. So I thought we'd just check them out real quick and give their history and see how big they actually are. This guy's like glitching out, he's so big. If you look up, he disappears. So this was the first enormous legendary we got. It was our initial one that started the whole thing of collecting the ginormous and enormous Pokemon. I actually kind of stole this one. It spawned on Dutchman. But he was AFK and it was like there for an hour. And it probably would have despawned if it stayed there much longer. So I just snagged it. And he never knew. I don't do that anymore because I think it might bug people. We just got this one together. It's kind of a rare one. I'm happy to get it. Cresselia is also a very rare one. It only spawns on the full moons. Keldeo, we got off of Mario. It's kind of a more common one, but haven't been able to get one myself. So we bought this one from Mario for 10 rare candies, and I gave him another Keldeo that's better. This one, unfortunately, is a gentle nature, which is not ideal. Manaphy, we just bought off of Nebris. I had to trade him a Latios legendary, and it was the only one we had, so now we need a Latios again for our collection. And Manaphy's kind of a weird one. I think it's the only legendary you can breed. Hey. Okay, let's go quickly here if we can. Entei is the most commonly spawned legendary on the server, the bane of everyone's existence. We have seen probably close to hundreds by now. It wasn't really hard to find an enormous one of those. I think Nebris and Kason found one, and they let me get it. Regirock, however, is one of the rarest legendaries on the server. Only 3 have spawned, I believe. And I am the only one that actually got it. I got 2 of them now. And this one was enormous, lacks nature, not quite ideal, but not bad. And it had explosion as well, so I master balled it. Otherwise it would have blown up. We got this one on camera. Kyogre's pretty rare, only spawns at nighttime in really deep ocean. Xerneas used to be like the most commonly spawned legendary on the server. I tried to buy it off of someone, but no one had an enormous one for sale that I could find. And I was lucky to get it after the patch, like when it was rare. So he only spawns in Roof Forest now. And I haven't seen any spawn except the one I got here. So that was pretty cool. Genesect is not super rare. Spawns in the mountains constantly. And Nebris and Kason found one. They let me get it, which was really nice of them. Bulu's pretty common. See lots of Bulus. I actually have 2 of these that are enormous. And Azelf is pretty rare. We got that one on camera, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. But I think I've shown it before. And Suicune, we bought one of these off of Sten a while ago. It was not a good nature one. And then later I had one spawn on me, so I was able to get a timid, enormous one. Alright everybody, so I thought we would check out a couple things today at our breeding operation as well. So we have a few weird projects we're doing at the moment, and we're about to start a couple as well. One of them's really nasty, and I wanted to show you just why it is such a horrible thing to do. So I already got started on it. I bred up 2 Mantynes, this Pokemon here. We got a female that's enormous and a male that's ginormous. So that means the baby can be ginormous, which is what we want. 1 in 3 chance, I believe. And then we also have the right nature on it that we want. Now, here's the thing about this. So Mantyne is actually the adult form of this Pokemon. And if we breed these 2 together, the baby is going to be the adult form as well. It's one of like the 6 or 7 Pokemon in the game that you need to use an incense on. You have to make one of the parents hold it. And then that allows you to get the baby version of Mantyne, which is called a Mantyke, I believe. Mantyke. So normally when you breed 2 Pokemon together, you want one of them to hold a Destiny Knot and one of them to hold an Everstone. The Everstone guarantees the nature passes on to the baby. The Destiny Knot ensures that you're likely to get the IVs you want on the baby. So we've bred these to have all 5 of the IVs we want. And we're hoping the baby gets those as well. Here's the thing, though. That's 3 items, and they can only hold 2. And they have to hold this one. So now we have to choose between giving them a Destiny Knot or an Everstone. I think we're going to give them a Destiny Knot, which means the baby will get a Mantyke out of this, but we want a modest nature on the baby, if possible. And there's 25 different natures in the game. And without the Everstone, we have to just hopefully roll RNG on our side, that 1 in 25 chance of getting a modest one. So this is probably going to take months, but we're starting it today. And we'll see how this goes. We'll get them going over here. And that might, yeah, it's probably going to take quite a while. Alright, another project we've been doing is we've been breeding Dittos together in hopes of getting either Ultra Beasts or Dittos from the random eggs. It's like a 1 in 750 chance of that happening. We've actually gotten 3 that way already. So our Ditto army is growing. We have some very good ones now with like 2 perfect IVs, like this guy here was the one we got last episode. We got another one here with perfect attack and defense. Another one here I got off of a Mew with perfect attack and special attack. So now I'm trying to breed these 2 Dittos together with the Destiny Knot and Everstone in hopes that we get a Ditto from the egg, and it might have 4 perfect IVs that way. If we get extremely lucky, and then we can use that to breed an even better Ditto and try to get a perfect Ditto. It's a bit unrealistic, but so far we've gotten 3 Dittos, and we're sort of making progress on it. It's just taking a long time. We're gonna get another pair of Dittos breeding together here as well. Yeah, so these 2 Dittos over here are both very good. We're gonna breed them together. This one has perfect special defense, so we're gonna give him a power band so that the baby that results guarantees has special defense, and likewise with this one, it has perfect speed. So we want the baby to have perfect speed. And the hope is we get a baby Ditto with perfect special defense and speed, which are the 2 stats we're not going to get from this pair breeding together. And hopefully the offspring from these 2, if we get a Ditto from them, we'll be able to breed with the Ditto with this pair we're starting, if we get really lucky. But that's kind of the plan. We're going to try it out. Okay, we got to throw them in the computer here. Problem is, like, hatching Ditto eggs takes a long time, so we have to be a little bit careful about this, that we don't start too many projects at once. But I think this is worth it. Like, even if we get an Ultra Beast as a result of this, it's going to be a very good one, I think. So that's cool. Aha, so I have an idea here for a little mission we're going to do today as well. Whenever a village spawns on the server, it has one of these blue roof buildings in it. And sometimes you'll have a TM salesman here, this guy here, where you can buy TMs. Now, when we first started on the server, there was a rule put in place where we're not supposed to tamper with these buildings or steal the NPCs out of them. But, you know, I'm feeling a little rebellious today. I think the server's gone on long enough now where people don't actually care about that rule as much. I could be wrong, but I'm hoping I'm not. So we're going to steal one of these guys and bring it to our base. That way, whenever I need TMs, I don't have to go out shopping for them. I can just check the guy at our base constantly. And I'm hoping we can snag him in a boat. But it might not be possible. Do I have to hop out of the boat? Yeah, I don't know. Like on the server, Mario somehow kidnapped one of these guys and moved its location. I'm not exactly sure how he did it, though. Oh, went through the wall. I might need to use a minecart then if they won't go in the boat. The boat would be so much easier, though, because this is connected near to our base by an ocean. Okay, interesting. It looks like we can't snag them with a minecart either. These are some special NPCs. Like if I nudge into them, they don't move either. Can't hit them. Like they have infinite health. Yeah, I don't know how he did that. Maybe it's because we were on an older version of Pixelmon and you can't do it anymore. I thought he said he used a minecart though. Okay, well we could try movement plates here too. It won't let me place one where he's standing, but maybe he's affected by gravity. And we can like drop him on one. Let's see if he'll move. Ah, okay, we got a way of moving him now. Problem is, he's going to get lower and lower, so we need some way of bringing him back up higher. So I wonder if if he'll swim in water or anything like that. This is an older version of Minecraft before we had bubble streams as well. So I guess let's snag some water. That's going to be really hard to get him back home if we can only use movement plates. It's a little bit annoying to set that up. Okay, let's go back up here. Where is he? He's over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, we could just nudge him with water even. That's another idea. Well, we got to move this guy like 1,000 blocks to get him to our base, and we're going to use movement plates. I think they'll be easier to set up. Although, I don't know if he's going to follow it the whole way. Oh, he keeps stopping. Ooh, I might have to space him every block. Oh, no, it's that thing where if he's far away from you, he, like, stops moving. So we got to, like, kind of follow with him as he goes here. Then he seems to be fine. So we'll just do, like, short sections, like 100 blocks long or so, and then break them down and start another chain. May as well move both of them, right? If we're putting in the effort to move this guy, we'll take the one that sells Pokeballs too. Nice. Ho ho ho! Man, that took quite a while actually. That was like over an hour to set up all the movement plates to move them 1,000 blocks. But we're on the home stretch now, just about there. Last little section. And oh, I came free there. Are you still okay? Well, let's follow this guy. Make sure he goes where we want. Oh, he got stopped. Huh. It's kind of annoying when they get stopped. Okay, I just will put the water here. You gonna make it the rest of the way in there? Oh, he actually went up the stair. I wasn't sure if that would work. I should have done that before then, because I was using water to move him up before. Okay, cool. So he's like right at our doorstep now. Actually, let's move him. Otherwise, the other one's going to land in the exact same spot. So let's get him to move a little bit. Should have moved him a little more, maybe. Okay, we can split him up like that. Great. Okay, that makes it easier. Oh, here we go, guys. Our very first Mantyke has hatched. So it's looking pretty big. So yeah, this one, it has the IVs we want, right? So now I think it's a 1 in 75 chance it will be both ginormous and modest. Ginormous and calm. Okay, that's not bad actually, because calm was what the parents were, and that's pretty decent for this guy. That would be like my second choice for nature, I think. Should we just stop there? Should we just go for calm? Yeah, you know, I'll try breed a few more of them, but I'm guessing we're just gonna end up going with that calm one because that was pretty lucky to get that. That's like a good second choice. We could give it Scald and Rain Dance and kind of make it work. What I want to do is get a couple of our Pokemon ready here for the OU Draft League. We've actually been doing some battles already, mostly with these 6 here I've been using, but we also have these 4, which are pretty much ready. Salamence needs some work, though. That's like our least ready Pokemon. So right now it has Intimidate as an ability. It's a very good ability. Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Roost, and Tailwind. Now, as I understand it, the Mega for Salamence is banned. I think that's an Uber, actually. And we're only allowed to use OU or less in this league we're doing. I think I should replace Tailwind with Dragon Dance. And I had an idea. It might be a horrible idea. I'm kind of hoping some of you that are more familiar with Pokemon can tell me why Natural Gift is never used. Like when I look at the Smogon website for tips and tricks on how to set up your Pokemon, this is a thing that's never used on the guys. And I feel like it would be really good. It says the user draws power to attack by using its held berry. The berry determines the move's type and power. So it's kind of like hidden power where you can have like any type you want. But depending on the berry, we'll replace Dragon Claw. Depending on what berry you make Salamence hold affects the type of the move and also the power. So if we give it this Landsat berry, that means it will have 100 attack flying move, which is flying is one of its types, so that would be a stab flying move with 100 attack. Yeah, so I don't know about this, guys. Like, I feel like this could be a good idea, but I'm not super confident about it. Like, I feel like I'm missing something because like it's never shown on the Smogon website to use Natural Gift. So even though I think it's a good idea, it's probably a bad idea for some reason I don't understand. But yeah, that would be 100 attack, 100 accuracy flying move, which is like unheard of. And it's a stab move. The great thing about flying moves is nothing resists them. Or sorry, I mean nothing is immune to them. there are three things that resist flying, and those are electric, rock, and steel. And it just so happens, paired up with earthquake, also one of the best moves in the game. It's earthquake is super effective against electric, rock, and steel by coincidence. So these two combined means you can always hit something with at least one times power. Like nothing will resist our attacks, or we'll be able to super effectively hit something. The only catch to that rule is if something is immune to earthquake. Like if there's a steel type that also has levitate or flying, for example, then like steel resists flying attacks, so this will be resisted, and we can't use earthquake because they'll be immune to it if they have levitate or flying or something. So that's the only catch. Like Skarmory, for example, these two moves would not be good for. But there's only a few rare exceptions to the rule, I think. But yeah, anyways, that's one idea. I guess we should try it out and make sure it even works, because I've never used this. We'll kill a Scorpy if we can. Natural Gift. Seems good. Critical hit, super effective. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the idea. Alright. Natural Gift. The only catch to... Oh, it failed. Wait. That's why. That's it right there. So I guess it uses up the berry. Huh. I thought... Like, I knew it wouldn't work if the berry was gone. But I didn't think it would consume the berry. We got another Keldeo. Alright, let's go find this thing. It's probably on our roof here. There's two here now. One spawned earlier and I didn't even bother catching it. And this one looks exactly the same, so we're gonna ignore it. Yeah, that's why I added this roof over this place, by the way, in case you're wondering what this is for. I realized, oh man, we're getting another legendary. I got a Bulu up there. They're spawning like crazy now. What's going on? Server reset in 10 minutes though, so we gotta catch this guy before time's up. But yeah, the roof on here is because like most of our base is half slab, so nothing can spawn where the half slabs are. But if we put a roof over top, then they can spawn above. And we don't waste a bunch of space near our base. Okay, I'm gonna catch this one hopefully before server resets, because I could use a better one of these guys still. Oh, yeah, last minute there. We got it just in time. If the server resets, it's not there when it comes back online. So it's like always a big rush to get the legendary before the reset happens. It resets once a day just to keep things running smoothly. Is it a good one? Oh, that's not bad, right? Perfect attack, defense, special defense, and speed, and 7 in HP even, so that's pretty good. I think that's better than the one I'm using. Yeah. So Tapu Bulu is actually one of the 10 Pokemon we drafted in this OU League thing we're doing. So, if possible, we want a really good one. And I just checked out the one we've been using. It's actually not bad. It's very similar to that one we just caught, except this one has HP instead of speed, basically. So it's like, do we want HP or do we want speed? I think speed is better. So we might want to perfect that one we just got. I'll show you the team we've been using so far. Mostly these 6 here. And honestly, they've been performing a lot better than I expected. They're just really strong Pokemon. Like a lot of the ones we drafted for this league hit really hard and they're really fast and have like average defense. So yeah, these are the moves we got. For the Mew I've been using, I went for a physical attacker one with a Jolly Nature. Idea is we Swords Dance first turn and then just dish out damage if we can. But I wanted to get a special attacker Mew as well. Because we're not limited to just having one version of a Pokemon. Like we can have 10, 20 Mews if we want. With different movesets on. And these are our other guys. Honestly, Quagsire was a mistake. I shouldn't have drafted it. He's like not... He's not gonna do anything. I don't think we'll ever use it. But I say that, and like a lot of times when I've played around with him, he's like I've always underestimated him, and then he's done extremely well. If you curse up, and then just I don't know. He's a really weird Pokemon because he has unaware. And a lot of times he surprises me, so maybe he is actually going to be good. Who knows? Um, yeah, so I got an interesting idea from Nebris, actually. Let's see, we have an executor, right? To test this out with. Oh, no, they have sleep powder on. Do we have anything with hypnosis? Okay, I guess our Gengar here has hypnosis on, so we can test it out with them. But the idea is Nebris told me I should put hypnosis on my Mew if we make a special attacker one. And apparently, yeah, Psychium Z, or Z as it's called. If we put that on our Gengar to try this out, and we kill something with, or if we use Hypnosis as a Z power, we get Z Hypnosis as an option here. We use that. Look at this. Gengar's speed was increased, and it puts the guy to sleep. Normally, Hypnosis is a 60% accuracy move, so it misses a lot. But if it's a Z power move, it's 100%. So it's like a guaranteed sleep that speeds us up, which is potentially really scary. So if we put that on our Mew, which is already one of the quickest Pokemon, nothing's going to outspeed it after we Hypnosis. Then we could put Hypnosis, Nasty Plot, which will boost our special attack and like be able to one-shot things, probably. Keep Psychic on here, and probably Aura Sphere, a fighting move. Because Psychic can't hit dark moves, and fighting moves are super effective against them. Also, Psychic isn't good against steel types, while fighting is. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty crazy, because Mew has 100 base speed, and there's not a lot of things that outspeed that. So we're almost guaranteed to get the Hypnosis off without taking any damage. And then that puts a Pokemon to sleep for 1 to 3 turns. So even if they switch out, like after we put them to sleep, that still gives us a free turn to Nasty Plot. And there's like nothing they can do about it. Because then at that point, we'll outspeed everything and our attack's going to be super high. And we can even combo it with our Tapu Lele with the Psychic Surge. So our Psychic attack will do even more damage with this. And one of the main ways to counter a sweeper is to use priority moves. And Psychic Terrain makes it so you can't use priority moves. So it's only going to last for like 2 or 3 turns probably at that point. But yeah, that's another potential combo of craziness there. But yeah, I think we'll end the episode here for today. A little bit of a talky one today, but we're going to end it with a battle from the OU Draft League. The way this works, we're allowed to face each person in the league 3 times maximum. And there's 8 people I can verse, so that means up to 24 points if I win every single game, which I won't. And then the top performing people, the top 6 out of 9, will move on to the tournament. So as long as we don't score bottom 3, we'll move on to the tournament, which hopefully we can do. But yeah, anyways, what was I saying? Here's our game with Kaysen, one of the 3 games we played with him. Okay, so this is our second game out of 3 versus Kaysen in the OU Draft League, and for his team he brought Ferrothorn, Tyranitar, Heracross, Snorlax, Riunculus, and Excadrill. And our first game we matched up with each other, I felt our team countered his pretty good, but this time he brought Ferrothorn and Riunculus, and I got a little worried at the start here because he has 2 Steel types, and we have 3 Fairy types, and Steel is super effective against Fairy. And I also realized during this match that I don't have any Dark moves on my team, so that Riunculus, we have nothing really good to hit Psychic types with, so this is a little bit of a tricky match. Oh, and you led with it. Should have expected that.
You should have, but you didn't.
Or did I?
Nah, you might have.
This first turn is actually very complicated. So with our Diancie, it doesn't become very good unless we Mega Evolve it, and we want to do it as soon as possible in the match. Then it gains the ability Magic Bounce, which will reflect entry hazards. And usually Ferrothorn likes to set up entry hazards at the start of the game. But this is a high risk play because he also has Gyro Ball usually, which is a steel move, and we are 4 times weak to steel, so he could have just one-shotted our Diancie here. And we would only have gotten Stealth Rocks off with it. After we Mega Evolve Diancie, though, it also gains a huge speed boost, which makes it good whenever it comes in later. But if you don't Mega Evolve it, the first turn you use it, it doesn't have that speed boost, so it's really important we Mega Evolve it. I'm
Diancie
taking a big risk
is.
here.
What Diancie again? Diancie is rock and fairy.
Oh, Stealth Rock. You use Stealth Rock, it got bounced back at you. Whew.
I like it.
So we both used Stealth Rocks there. I could have went for an Earth Power or something instead, and then like I would have gained his Stealth Rocks and actually attacked him in the same turn. But if he did use Gyro Ball, we would have done like very little that turn. So I wanted to make sure we got Stealth Rocks off at least.
I like it.
All right.
How did you bounce it back at me?
It's the special ability of Diancie. It's got Magic
Oh.
Bounce. So
Oh.
entry hazards don't work. They'll get reflected.
Well, that's not good for my next move.
So this is a bit of a high risk play again. I switch into Bulu, so he could have gyro balled again here, and Bulu's a fairy type, so I don't know why I did this. Maybe this guy. I don't know if he's any good. Leech Seed. But it worked out because he used Leech Seed, and we are immune to that because we're a grass type as well. Seed. Leech Seed doesn't work against grass types.
But Stealth Rock will work now.
Yep. If you live.
I live.
So I mainly wanted Bulu for the superpower. This is a really hard-hitting Pokemon, and Ferrothorn's weak to fighting moves. Oh, okay. Take him out.
Superpower.
The
Okay,
downside of it is it makes my attack lowered, so
that's fine.
this guy pretty much has to switch out now. So here we switch into our Tapu Lele, and in that turn he was able to Calm Mind, which increases his attack and defense. So now we're in a bad situation where he's setting up,
And fairy and
and when we Moonblast here, it doesn't even do half health. So we can't two-turn kill it, and he can keep recovering and setting up as a result. Ooh, that did not do. It decreased your attack though.
that's okay.
Oh no 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 no! Don't do it. Do I have an answer for that?
We'll see.
Okay. Ah, come on.
Ah, look at that.
This might be a problem.
Bye bye, Tapu Lele. Do you want to withdraw it now, or do you want to just say goodbye? It's up to you.
Thinking about what to do here. My plan is just to keep hitting it and keep hitting it. That'll stop him from being able to Calm Mind, and then we'll just sacrifice Tapu Lele and hopefully kill it with something else later.
Bye.
I'm decreasing your special attack here. You know that, right? Oh, that didn't do much.
Yeah, it's because you decreased it. All the way back up.
All right. Oh, okay. Took the chance there. If I get a crit, you're dead. Oh, come on! So close.
He's waving
There, I think you should have recovered, and then I probably wouldn't have been able to deal with this thing.
into your ether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy's a little bit nasty. Super effective U-turn. Okay. So we essentially sacrificed the Tapu Lele there to get an opportunity to kill this thing, and it worked out in the end here. We were able to get rid of it.
That's okay.
I guess Mew's kind of safe.
You safe-ish.
You don't know what he has or what he's gonna do.
I'm probably going to transform into one of my pokes. So what we'll do is we'll bring this guy in.
Hmm. Ooh, that did a lot.
It did.
I didn't recover any
Fine.
health from it though, for some reason.
Fine.
So we use Drain Punch on Tyranitar, which he's 4 times weak to, and Drain Punch is supposed to recover our HP, and it actually did. I just didn't notice it because the Sandstorm injured us after the turn, and that kind of confused me.
Move though.
Oh, that time
Alright,
it worked.
that's fine. Because
All right, that guy's a problem. Here, I thought I would outspeed it, and I think he's weak to Earthquake or ground moves. Oh, and he's fast. Oh, yeah. Okay. But he's got an ability called Sand Force on it, so that increases his speed if there's a sandstorm going on. So he comboed it with his Tyranitar that set up the sandstorm, and now he's super quick.
I should outspeed all of your pokes at this point.
I go to Landorus because it lowers his attack with the Intimidate, and I thought Landorus would be able to outspeed it because it's got a Choice Scarf. I think this is a good choice.
It's the best choice you have.
But you'll see here, he Swords Dance first. So he was actually faster even with our sped up Landers. Choice Scarf boosts speed by a time and a half. Oh, Swords Dance. Oh, it's a crit. I don't know if that mattered.
It
Might
matters.
have. Here we switch right to Tapu Bulu in case he does a Belly Drum, because then we have Superpower, which is super effective versus Snorlax. And our Bulu's
Hard
faster than
switch here.
Snorlax. Takes the risk. Ooh. Belly Drum's a really scary move that maxes out his attack on Snorlax. So if we don't kill it right away, he can just start like one-shotting our Pokemon. Superpower. And Heracross is a physical attacker as well, so we want to get the Intimidate off to lower his attack with our Landorus. Break. Okay. And Heracross is also a fighting type, which our Landorus is resistant to because it's a flying type. I think this is it. I think we go for it here, Kason.
Yeah, incoming earthquake. Ah,
Explosion.
that is just a cheap tactic.
Oh, and it
Sir.
was a crit too. I'm sorry.
Where's that hole?
No, no. No. We need to keep
That
the
is just
PC. I'm getting out of here.
that is just a cheap tactic there.
GG.